Jailers Trains here. You join me in Preston this morning where I'm getting ready to have a ride along the South Fylde Line. I'm going to be travelling with Northern trains all the way along it from Preston to Blackpool South, and I will also be stopping off spending some time at the seaside town of Lytham St Annes. I can't wait to get back along this line. Let's go crack on with it. I've just made my way to platform 1 and it is the 0835 Blackpool North service I'm about to catch. This is the first did I say Blackpool North then? I meant Blackpool South. But this is the first Blackpool South service of the day on a Sunday. It's also one of the first trains off of Preston, hence why the station is looking a lot quieter than I'm used to seeing it. Okay, well I thought the train that I just pulled into platform 1 was off to Blackburn, but it turns out that service is delayed and this is actually my train. I'm happy to see that this is a 4-coach service, got 2 Class 156s coupled up, and after a few passengers just realised they'd accidentally boarded the wrong train, as, like I say, this is going to Blackpool and not Blackburn, I have now got this whole carriage to myself. And we're off. I'm due to have 23 minutes on here now, and the South Fylde Line does follow alongside the Preston to Blackpool North line for a bit. Oh, and also first to spot Blackpool Tower wins. We are just passing Solwick Station, which is served by 6 trains per day on weekdays and Saturdays, and no trains at all on Sundays. Hey, Blackpool Tower! We're just branching off from the Preston to Blackpool North line here at Kirkham Junction. I've gotten off the train at Ansdell and Fairhaven, and I tell you what, it is lovely to be back here. The station is of course run by Northern Trains and it's got just the 1 platform. It did used to have 2 on an island up until 1986 when the line was single tracked. And the reason I've gotten off at Ansdell and Fairhaven is because I want to go to Fairhaven Lake. Shall I take the steps out or shall I go up the fun ramp? Yeah, I'm choosing the latter. So it is just a 5-minute walk from the station to Fairhaven Lake. You know what, in my head I thought it was longer for some reason. But yeah, I'm nearly at it now. And I've been wanting to revisit this since I last came here because, well, I remember taking a look at it and I'm just really in the mood to walk all the way around the lake, basically. Oh, it is a beautiful lake, this one. But yeah, like I say, I'm just going to walk all the way around it, back to this very spot near the toilets, which you do have to pay for. 40p they are. This is a great way to wake myself up a bit more, and there is a cafe across the lake, so once I reach that I might pop in, get myself a coffee. Seriously though, I would happily spend the whole day here. It's reminding me of that time when I went and walked around a lake on the valley lines at, I forgot what it's called, Clan something. That really narrows it down, doesn't it? But I said the same thing there. Could have spent the whole day at the lake. I just came across that bridge, but I've just seen there's some stepping stones here. Shall I give them a go? Couldn't tell you the last time I went across stepping stones. I hope this ends well. I'm across. I'm just coming up to the Lakeside Cafe now. Cheers. That was a lovely little latte, that. Onwards with the walk now. And I'm back in the spot where I started. Now, I'm not going to be headed back to Ansell and Fairhaven station. I am going to be walking to the next station along the line, which is St Annes on the Sea. This is Granny's Bay over here, and I'm going to see now if I'll be able to just follow the coast along round to St Annes. And I am pleasantly surprised to see the sun shining right now, because I checked the weather forecast yesterday and it said it was due to be sunny all week apart from Sunday. I was expecting it to be completely overcast and raining, to be honest. So yeah, it looks like I'm in with a bit of luck. I should have brought my sunglasses with me after all. Still got Fairhaven Lake on my right at the moment. But past the Jubilee Beacon here, am I going to be able to stick walking right along the coast? That's the question. And yeah, I see a path down there. Happy days. I think it's due to take about 45 minutes to walk all the way to St Annes Pier now. And I've got another, let me just check what time it is, 25 past 10. So another over 2.5 hours before the train I've planned to get off of St Annes on the Sea leaves. The services along the South Fylde Line run hourly throughout the week, but on Sundays they're every 2 hours. So I made sure to give myself enough time to do this walk, more than enough time actually. I really can just take my time with this and stop off here and there if I want to. Yeah, it's a pretty chill day today. Instead of continuing on along Lytham St Annes beach, I'm going to turn off here and make my way through the promenade gardens. I've never been through these before, but I'm certainly looking forward to having a walk around them. They are very pretty. Look at that flowing water. This is the second set of stepping stones I've come across today. Some pigeons on them at the moment. Got some swans around as well. Oh, this is a bridge even I've got to watch my head under. Oh my days, how cute is that dog? There's a railway carriage cafe here. Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? Bit of scaffolding up around this bandstand at the end of the gardens, but I'm nearly at the pier now. St Annes Pier is a Victorian pleasure pier, having opened in 1885. It was originally 279 metres or 914 feet in length, but after being partly demolished by a second fire in 1982, it's now just 180 metres or 600 feet in length. There did used to be steamer services from here to Blackpool and Liverpool, but because of the dredging of the Ribble estuary channels to improve access to Preston docks, the pier was subsequently left on dry land. The end of the pier can still be seen on the beach there, and that has become quite an iconic landmark here. I've just got myself some chips from the front of the pier, and I've still got a bit of time yet before my train off of here. So I'm going to have a sit down and enjoy these, and then I think I'm going to go for a trek right down the beach to where the sea is. Gee whiz, the sea really is far out. I think I got onto the beach around 25 to 12, so let's check the time when I finally reach the flowing water. Hey, look what I can see behind me over there as well. It's the big electricity pylon. I'm glad I just turned back around then as well, because I don't know how I managed it, but I've ended up just walking completely diagonally from the pier. I'm gonna get myself back in line with it and then keep straight as I make my way to the sea, instead of venturing off over there and ended up in Blackpool. Alrighty, well, this is as far as I'm getting. I did take a bit of a zigzaggedy route, but it took me half an hour to get here, up close to the sea. Yeah, was quite a trek, but it has taken up the rest of my time here really well, and I am immediately now going to head back down the beach and onto the station, ready for my next train. And here I am at St Annes on the Sea with 20 minutes to go before the 13:02 Blackpool South service arrives. This station was initially called Crosslack, and it opened in 1863 along with the first section of the South Fylde Line between Lytham and Blackpool. It got relocated to where it is now in 1873 and then got renamed to St Annes on the Sea in 1875, and like with Ansell and Fairhaven, it did used to have 2 platforms, but of course now it's got just the one. I would guess this next train I'm about to catch is going to be busier than the one I was on before. Okay, well, this train is slightly busier than the other one, but nowhere near as busy as I expected it to be on a Sunday, to be honest. But anyways, I am on here now through to the terminus of Blackpool South, and it's going to take just 10 minutes to get there. And to make this journey today, I have been travelling on a Preston to Blackpool South off-peak day return ticket. I did check I was able to break my journey up using that, of course, and it cost me £4.90 with a rail card. I'm going to be back here in a few days' time, as I am off for a day at Pleasure Beach, and I cannot wait to be up on top of the big one there. And here I am at Blackpool South. This train is due to have just a 4-minute turnaround here. I think we did arrive in a few minutes late. Yeah, we did. Should just be heading out as soon as possible then. So Blackpool South Station opened in 1903 as Waterloo Road, and as a result of the nearby South Shore Station closing in 1916, this station gained 2 platforms, making it a 4-platform station overall, so much bigger than the 1-platform station it is today. It got renamed to Blackpool South in 1932, and up until 1964 the line continued on through to Blackpool Central. This is something I noticed at St Annes on the Sea as well. It's saying that the services are going to Blackburn. I'm pretty sure they are going through to Colin today. So, not sure why it doesn't just say Colin. I have a choice again between steps or ramp. I think I'll do the steps this time. And that's me ride along the South Fylde Line over. I always enjoy having a ride along that line, and it has been a few years now since I was last on it. There are some really pretty stations, and I end up in Blackpool, one of my favourite places. I have also been told by a couple of people who've said hello to me today that Blackpool Earthshow is on, but apparently the Blackpool North trains are far busier than the Blackpool South ones, which works in my favour, because obviously I will be catching a train off of Blackpool South out of here later on. But for now, I am going to sit here and watch some of this show. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.